You are now watching Sire Speaks.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sire Speaks. I am your host, Cyrus Haru, and today's episode is about getting off autopilot and steering the plane yourself. So, with this topic, I really just want to expand on the concept of people being on autopilot and just living their lives as if, it's just like a simulation. They're just allowing life to happen to them versus them pursuing life. And, that can have a lot of adverse effects, simply because it's like you're just going through the motions. You're not taking charge of your life, man. And, ultimately it's like there's a lot of things most people want to do, but they don't do them because they're waiting for somebody to do it for them. So it's like they're on autopilot. They're waiting for somebody else to, configure the buttons, configure the next move for them, versus taking charge and taking action of their life themselves. I think about things like people having financial issues, or just working at a job that they hate. How many times have you been somewhere and or working somewhere and the person's like, man, I hate my job. I hate being here. And you're like, dang, I feel you, like what you gonna do about it? And they're like, oh, well, man, I'm probably gonna get up out of here soon. And you've left and, you've went on to another job, you're doing something else with your life. And you just so happen to be in the area, you stop back by and you see this person in there. It's like 4 or 5 years later. You're like, fam, like, you still here? They're like, yeah, man, I hate being here. And it's like, yo, why are you still there? It's because you're on autopilot. You're waiting for something to happen that may never happen. It's like, yo, you gotta take charge and steer the plane yourself. It's like taking responsibility for your own life. A lot of times we might not put ourselves in certain circumstances, but it's up to us if we want to stay in those circumstances. A lot of times you'll see a person or know somebody. I know we all know somebody that's in like a dire situation and they've just been in this since forever. And it's like, damn, like how long? Like, yo, you've been going through that for what, a decade? Like, fam, like you gotta do something different. Like, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I got it all figured out, but it's like if I'm going through, a storm, if I'm going through, a challenging chapter in my life, I usually have the concept in my mind that like, you know what, like this is just a moment, because I'm about to do X, Y, Z, and I'm gonna get up out of that. So if you're watching this, like, get off of autopilot, man. If this speaks to you, you got to get off autopilot. You got to stop thinking somebody's going to come save you. You got to stop thinking somebody's going to do it for you. You got to do it for you. You got to be the one that decides, hey, I do want to take charge of my life. I do want to take control of my life. I do want to have things, moving in a more positive direction for me. It's up to you. It's like, man, I've seen people on social media, like, there's people that I follow that they've been working out for like 4 years. They've been on some diet for like 4 years. And I'm like, yo, but you still way overweight. Like, you're just going through the motions. You're not actually doing what you're supposed to do. Because a lot of times those are the people, they won't change their actual diet. They'll tell you like, oh yeah, I'm vegan. A lot of people that say they're vegan, man, like, no, they might throw some vegetables on their plate. They eating a full live steak. They eating, they eating ribs. They eating, pork chops. All kinds of crazy stuff, man. But they just gonna show you the vegetables on social media, and it's like, fam, like you still like 300. Like you can lie to me, just don't lie to yourself. And it's just them being on autopilot. You're just going through the motions of working out. You're not actually putting the work in so it'll work out. Y'all like that double entendre. I know y'all like that, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and I've been guilty of it myself. It's been times in my life, earlier on where like I just let things like, continue. Like I'm just continuously doing something that's like not rewarding me, like continuously just doing something that isn't really like helping my life in any way, shape, or form, but I'm just doing it out of habit. And it's just like, yo, I just gotta change, I just gotta change that up, just to see what it could be, and a lot of times when I would break out of that mode of doing things, I would see a lot of progress. And it's just like, the phrase, you know, you give an inch, like gotta take you a mile, and it's just like you gotta make that step towards doing something. Otherwise, things are going to stay the same. It's like, for instance, another example, because this applies to a lot of areas of people's lives. I've just been able to isolate it and, recognize it for what it is. When you look at finances, you got a lot of people that's living check to check, and they can't understand why. Like, why is it every time, bill time come around, I'm scratching, to pay the bills. I'm going through it like, man, like, dang, I thought I was gonna have a little bit more left over than that. I don't know what happened this time. Next time I'm gonna figure it out, and then it's like the very next month they're right back doing it all over again. But if you look at their lifestyle, from the outside, you could tell instantly, like, you probably shouldn't be hitting the club up every weekend. Probably shouldn't be blowing no dope. You probably should put that bottle down. Like all of these different things that they're doing is just adding up to, why they're living in those circumstances. And then it's like, it becomes habitual because humans are creatures of habit. So you're in the club every weekend and it's just out of habit. Like folks hitting you up like, yo, where the scene at? Like, let's pull up. And it's like, yo, like you gotta cut that out sometimes, man, to get your life together, and it's like, well, maybe if you spent your money more wisely and you cut back on going out all the time and you actually implemented some real money savvy moves that can help you save money or help you grow your money, you'd probably be in a better situation than where you at. And I know that's gonna touch a lot of people, man, because we've all been there. When I was younger, like but I've always been pretty decent with my money, but it's just over the years I've developed a lot more of a different mindset on how money moves and stuff, and it's all about financial literacy. That's a topic I want to touch on in the near future. But for now, I'm gonna keep it light, But bringing it back, man, get off autopilot. You're losing a lot by just letting life happen to you. You gotta take control of your life in order for you to live the abundant life that you deserve. We all deserve it, man. So hope y'all can apply that to your lives in so many different ways. And I want to see the best for y'all, man. I want to see a lot of growth and development from y'all, man. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. But yeah, guess I'll catch y'all next time. Holla at y'all then. All right, peace.